I'm Mungo Darkmatter and welcome to Dark Matters. Today on Dark Matters I'm going to show you some techniques to mount video cameras inside of a car so you can take videos when you're in the car, whether you're moving or whether you're parked. There are several types of mounts that are available for cars to mount cameras in them. Here's one right here that has a tripod mount on it and it has a suction cup on the other end of it. And what you do is you put it up on the windshield and you can attach the suction cup there and then pull the lever back. This adjusts up and down. Now the problem with this, of course, is that you may have to actually position it so that it's down like this and that you put the camera underneath it. The other problem is suction cup mounts fall off quite easily, particularly depending on the weather. If there's condensation on the windshield, it could fall off very easily. So this is one type of mount that you can have for a camera. This is what the suction cup mount looks like with the camera attached to it. In this case, because of where the suction cup is attached and the way the windshield is, I actually have the camera upside down and attached underneath it. And I've moved the arm, has adjustments on it here and up here, so I can bend it any way that I want it. I can bend where the camera is, I can bend how this arm goes, and I can adjust it so that it's in a position that's good for me. Now I can also adjust this so that it's pointing out in the other direction in filming where I'm going. If I have it pointed this way, it would be filming what I was doing and what I was saying. This is my favorite type of mount here. It's called a friction mount, and it's weighted, and the bottom of it has a pad on it that keeps it from sliding off of the dashboard. Problem with suction cup mounts are you need a smooth surface, and most dashboards are not smooth. Only the windshields are, so you can't actually mount them to like the top of the dash. It makes it easier because it's straight up here. It's very easy to put the camera on it. This particular one actually has a suction mount right here holding it on to the friction mount. Some friction mounts are bolted in to the friction mount itself instead of having the suction cup there. With this mount, you could actually use it as a suction cup mount or as a friction mount. What the friction mount here is doing is just providing you with a very smooth surface for the suction cup that it sticks very well to. Here's a friction mount with a camera on it. You can see there's an arm right here. You could actually turn this around so it was going the other direction if you wanted to film where the car was going. If it's pointed in this direction, once again, it would be pointed at the driver, or me in this case, and I could talk and be filmed while I was driving or while I was sitting someplace. Alright, here's another type of mount. This is a mount for a smartphone or an iPhone. This is an iPhone in this case, and it's just a friction mount, and it can adjust back and forth. There's a little arm right here. It has a clamp that clamps it on, so you can film using your iPhone in your car. This is also used like if you want to use your iPhone for a GPS system, or you want to be able to look at it to get instructions where to drive or something else while you're driving along. So you could use any sort of a mount that's made for an iPhone or a smartphone to use as a camera mount as well. So those are the type of mounts that you can get. Friction mounts and suction cup mounts are the two most popular. Some device mounts for dashboards have things where you have to put adhesive on the dashboard and put a part on there, and it's kind of permanent or semi-permanent. I'd steer away from those because they can do damage to the dashboard, or you could end up with the parts stuck there forever, which you may not want. Also, you can go on YouTube and the web and find various projects where people have come up with other types of mounts that they figured out ways to put a mount in their car or outside the car. And there are other mounts that you might find, but those are the primary mounts, or at least the most affordable mounts that you'll find, and the most reliable. So I would go with a friction mount myself. you can get a suction cup mount as well fairly cheaply, and depending on the weather, they may or may not work for you. I'm Mungo Darkmatter, and this has been Dark Matters, and whatever you do, enjoy technology.